The first time I found surfing, it was in Waikiki in Hawaii. My brother's soccer tournament friends were knocking on the hotel doors, trying to see if anyone wants to come surfing with them, and I was one of those lucky few doors that they knocked on. And yeah, so I'm from Dana Point, San Clemente, California, born and raised since day one. Good little spot, and yeah. I've been surfing for 14 years, maybe plus. I started when I was about 8 years old, 9. Went out there, I was scared at first, and then came in closer to the inside, like the shore, and just kind of picked up and saw what they were doing out there, just on a smaller scale on the inside. And then I was hooked from that moment on forward, just kept surfing and never really stopped doing what I'm loving doing, so. Oh, it's the best meat trick, because back home, like, we definitely eat meat, but not compared to this gratitude. They really give the cow justice of how they cook it, and it's not just more like back home it's just, oh, here's a hamburger, there's your meat. It's like, no, it's like, we're gonna sit down, have some wine, eat a bunch of meat, you know, Argentinian style.
90 libras, 40 kilos. All right. 40 kilos de madera sólida.
There's definitely some similarities in both countries from California to here. The wave, like how it gets like west wind or north winds, like the little bays and coves. So one side will be offshore and side shore, perfect, clean, nice. The other side will be totally trash. Like you don't even think like oh, I know that it's gonna be bad over there. We're going here. Yeah. Yeah, for me, it wasn't really like being pro. It was more like the lifestyle of watching the old pioneers do it before us. It kind of started that whole, I guess you could say, the surfing revolution, because it was more of a lifestyle just to be in the ocean and close to the ocean, fishing, surfing, skating, kind of that whole thing. And then when I was growing up and I figured like, oh, I can like probably maybe do this for a career, as a career, I was like, no, I just want to be a surf bum, like how they were doing it back then, just living off the land. So for me, it's just more of just like a natural, free flow kind of surfing instead of not competition. Just kind of just have fun with it. When I get in there, it's like a baptism, you know, kind of thing, like a habitual cleansingness, and also just like my mind's in a different world. That I'm like, my mind's blank. Anything's possible. Nothing's really running through my head, but looking at that wave and kind of just put my mind there in that wave, in that moment. Yeah, it's kind of like definitely watching someone surf or watching a video and seeing like, well, like you've never seen that trick done before, and it kind of almost like inspires you to be like, whoa, anything's possible. Like I've never seen that thing happen. That's never happened before. So there's unlimited amount of things you can do on a board and on a wave. And that's just the coolest thing to me, because the ocean's always changing.
Good times.
So constantly the waves never going to be one same wave ever. So it's cool to like, you know, see other people do it.
Nutella or dulce de leche?
Dulce de leche.
And then you have your own version or twist on it, so it's amazing. I thought it was good. It was a good crowd, nice people, lovable. Definitely, you know, definitely lovable, except the zombies in the morning from the partying. Like we're waking up to go surf and they're like still like trying to go to bed or trying to go to the next party. You're like, oh, psycho.
Right, man. Anything else you wanna say?
Let's go eat some more meat.
Let's go.
Some of the hardest surfing.
Strong thing, and I love that because from where I come from,
Drink it out of here.
always be stoked, always have aloha. It's like no bad vibes. We don't need that kind of stuff.